classic cars, and by classic I mean prior to the 40s, the 1913 Marmons and Rolls Royce Silver Ghosts and Packards and Buicks and Cadillacs. We do, most people aren't aware of it, but Gear Vendors does 1913 through 1930s of all those marks. In fact, you can go to your Pebble Beach or Concours events and with your Rolls Royce Silver Ghost with no point deduction, with a Gear Vendors overdrive in your vehicle. And that's because virtually all judges now recognize that the Gear Vendors doesn't take out anything out of the vehicle other than a short section of the torque tube or open drive shaft, and it really allows those vehicles to be driven on the highway today. Those were all great quality vehicles, and there were you know, Marmons and things like that won the Indianapolis 500. They were certainly great at speed, but the gearing and gearboxes used on the street vehicle are, you know, limiting in mile per hour back to the roads back then. So the 28.6% faster overdrive gear really makes a huge difference, and the gear splitting when those vehicles are climbing grades and they can split the gears and get in between the gears. So we fit both torque tube and open drive shaft. In fact, in our brochure or on our website, you know, a torque tube type model where you can send us your torque tube for virtually any application, and we'll fit the Gear Vendors to it, or we have a kit that we can send you that includes all the flanges and everything you need to bolt into your torque tube. In the case of the Silver Ghost, the Rolls Royce Silver Ghost is there's a service section in the torque tube, so we make 4 different kits for the Rolls Royce, and they replace that exact service section within the tube, so you don't need to send us anything. We just ship this kit right to you. It installs very easily in the car with no modifications other than the brake equalizer bar that runs above the overdrive. Packards, Pace Arrows, Peerless, Marmons, even J. Leno's LaFrance fire truck. So lots of classic applications that can use the Gear Vendors. There's a pretty healthy list of the different manufacturers, LaSalle's, old Chryslers, and that we fit.
Hit the overdrive, that's first over, second,